Hey everyone, what's going on? This is ITalkFortnite here, and in today's podcast, we have a brand new podcast. Yes, I have not done an ITalkFortnite podcast in quite some time. The last one I did was over a year ago at this point, and if you do not know, if you're new to the channel or if you're newish in the channel, you wouldn't know this, but my channel was primarily a podcast channel, and then it became a power chord channel, then it became a commentary channel, and now it's a item shop / commentary channel. It's really weird how these things work out, but I wanted to bring back the old podcast again. A few people actually wanted to see this back, and myself included. I really enjoyed these long, rambly videos where I kind of just talk about whatever I feel like talking about, and there was a lot of stuff I never really touched on with Fortnite as of late due to whatever reason. I think the main reason why I haven't really been in touch with Fortnite stuff at the moment is just because of natural burnout of the game. It's just not very fun for me, at least. I do find it a little bit enjoyable, but the issues I have with it are just mainly due to having fun with the game again. It's not about getting good. It's not about the skill-based matchmaking. I even think they toned that down a bit. It's more or less, it feels like the game just, I'm never gonna get what the game was like back in like season 3 and 4 ever again, which is fine. And I do enjoy the game still. It's just, I need a break from it, just a teensy break from it. I've been playing other games, which is good. And I suggest everyone do that. If you are not enjoying the game, don't force yourself to play the game. I'm never going to be like, you need to always play Fortnite and never anything else. I'm sure you guys can think for yourselves. I'm sure you guys can realize that you don't always have to play Fortnite, but I feel like people do feel like they need to play the game all the time because of professional players playing the game just to win some money, and that's totally fine. I don't care why you play the game at all. Some people, it's their jobs. I'm totally aware of that, but because those professional players have such high influence on, the casual crowd and just on Twitter alone, it'll make people think, oh man, I need to play this game even if I'm not enjoying it. So I feel like a lot of people really don't enjoy the game, but they force themselves to play it because they want to get better and they don't want to slack. And I get that, but you're not going to have a fun time if you do that. So anyway, welcome to the podcast. If you guys do not know what a podcast is, because again, I have not done this in some time, a podcast is a vocal recording of me talking about whatever I want to talk about. In this case, it's going to be Fortnite related, as my name is ITalkFortnite. This is not meant to be visual. So if you came here looking for a video, you're not going to find it. It is going to be audio only. I will be talking about certain subjects, but I'm not going to be showing anything. And I wanted to mention this. I mentioned this in a podcast a long time ago before. I like watching Fortnite content to an extent, but the issue I have with it is that sometimes I have it on in the background when I play Fortnite. The issue with that is if I'm listening to someone play Fortnite, like let's say C-Day, for example, if I'm listening to a C-Day video while I'm playing Fortnite, because it's kind of normal to do that, people do that, I can't tell if the gun sounds are coming from his gameplay or my gameplay. And that is highly distracting for me, at least. I'm like, I can't listen to Fortnite related stuff and play it at the same time unless it's purely audio only. And that's why my commentary videos, I mute the gameplay. I completely mute it because I don't want people, I've heard people tell me they just only listen to my commentaries. Totally fine. Have nothing wrong with that. But that makes me think, like, why would you want to watch or listen to Fortnite related stuff and have gun sounds in the background while you're playing Fortnite yourself? I don't think that would make much sense. So if you're in the middle of playing Fortnite or you're doing other things, you're more than welcome to just listen to the podcast. And that's about it. So let's just get right into the podcast. So starting off today, I have some topics we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about is Travis Scott. Obviously, Travis Scott being in the game was kind of huge for a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, 5 concerts in the span of 3 days was kind of nuts. And I've never seen such overwhelming praise for anything related to Fortnite ever. Like, ever. I don't think I've ever seen this much attention. I've never seen this much excitement for an event before. Like, they hyped this up a lot. They said this was going to be huge. This was going to be great. And I was skeptical, as a lot of people were. I think a lot of us could say we were very skeptical about this entire thing because whenever Fortnite ever promises or says anything, we have to be skeptical about it because they've said before they would do this, they would do that, and they've never really done those things. I can't really think of anything, but you know what I mean. You have to be skeptical about these things. You can't. If someone told you today was going to be the best day of your life, would you believe it? Probably not. It's all a matter of opinion. We all have to think for ourselves. Just because we're told to be excited for something, your first instinct most likely will be, I don't know about that. And I was skeptical. I'm like, okay, it'll just be another Marshmello concert, which is great because the Marshmello concert was actually really good. And a lot of people write off that concert because this one just blew it out of the water. Listen, I totally get it. This concert was really good. The best one, without a doubt. This was a lot better than Marshmello, but don't take a crap on Marshmello just because his concert wasn't as good. He didn't have the engine. Maybe they didn't have the time. I don't know. But this one just blew it out of the water, without a doubt. But the Marshmello one was still good, so don't just say that one was bad because this one was really good. Hopefully people don't do that. I've seen it already on Twitter. What can you do? So I do think that this event was great. I think having it 5 times was overall a good thing because they've had issues with events before. If you guys don't know, I actually missed the Star Wars event because they decrypted the free glider too late. Basically, when I got off the bus and I pulled out the free glider that you get, it crashes everyone's game that was on PC. It crashed your game and you couldn't get in and you had to watch a streamer play it. And I was just so frustrated. I don't care if it was the worst event. Everyone's saying it was the worst thing. I don't care. The fact that I could not see it because them not decrypting the glider fast enough really kind of irked me. I'm not going to lie. I got really tilted on Twitter. I even, I saw that there was lightsabers and I'm like, oh, great. Lightsaber's going to ruin the game. And I immediately said, oh, lightsaber's terrible idea for Fortnite. I still think it wasn't a good idea. I'm not even the biggest fan of the Kingsman, to be honest with you. Not even a fan of it. But when I first saw it, I'm like, oh no, it's the Sword V2. That was my first instinct, and I tweeted about it. Bad idea. Should never have tweeted that out because a lot of people spited me for that, and for good reason. I gave it no chance. I was just heated. I will never forget that day. I was just so annoyed that I attended every event that I could. And then one event I tried to, I couldn't, and it hurt me. It really did. But like I said, I don't even care if that event was bad. I don't even care if that event was bad. The fact of the matter is that I was there on time and I still didn't get in. So that's why I think they did this 5-night sort of ordeal where it was one on Thursday, one on Friday, and then 3 on Saturday. The 3 on Saturday was kind of nuts because I knew for a fact I wouldn't be able to play creative because that's my main game is actually creative. And I knew I wouldn't be able to play creative at all that day. I mean, you could, but like, why would I see the concert, play creative, have it get disabled again, and then play creative after that concert, and then have it disabled again? I'm like, I'm not going to bother wasting my time on creative. If the majority of the day it's going to be gone, forget it. I'm not going to even bother with that. Point of the matter is that it's not going to happen again for a while, at least. And I saw people, the creative community complaining about it. I was like, oh, how dare, why can't I play creative right now? It's like, it was just for this weekend. I'm sure you guys could have waited a little bit. It's really not the end of the world that we can't play creative. I played Overwatch yesterday. I had fun. That's all you really got to do. We can't always be selfish. We can't always think for ourselves on these things. Why did they make 5 concerts? Because of time zones and because they wanted to make sure everyone got to see it at least once. That it was never an attack on creative. It was never an attack on the Battle Lab players, which, by the way, who really plays Battle Lab seriously? I'm sorry. That mode needs a serious revamp. It is so bad. It's not bad. It's just there's no point. There's no point to it at all. I think there needs to be more with that. But the point stands is that because the concert took over the entire weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it took up the entire weekend, basically. Does not mean it was like the end of the world for creative players and stuff like that. Just find another game to play. Do something else. It's not the biggest deal. See the concert again. I saw it 3 times. I saw it 3 times. I enjoyed it. It was good. Overall, I'd give it like a 10. Out of 10, I'd probably give it a 10 because the only thing we have to compare this to is the Marshmallow one. And again, the Marshmallow one was fantastic. It was great. It was so good. I enjoyed it, okay? This one, I feel like okay, if I could put it in the best way, the Marshmallow concert, looking back at it now, felt like it was for the really young kids that should not be playing Fortnite, because it's not kiddie music, but it's a lot like it was for a lot younger demographic. This was a lot better. Yes, it was censored. They had to censor it. You can't tell me they weren't going to censor a Travis Scott concert in a rated T game. You can't tell me that they weren't going to do that. I saw people saying, oh, it's ruined because of the censor. What do you want? What do you want from Fortnite? What do you want them to do? Do you want them to have it uncensored? I don't know. The censor doesn't make or break unless they picked out songs where the entire song was explicit and the entire song was just dead air. That'd be different. But they actually picked out good songs that didn't have a ton of censoring in it, which is good. Because I know if they picked like Ghostface Killers, which was on, they have a Spotify playlist of the songs that were either kind of related to the playlist. And I saw Ghostface Killers on there, which is one of my personal favorite songs from 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, Travis Scott, obviously. And I forgot who else was on it. I think Quavo, I believe, was on there as well from Migos. And I genuinely like that song a lot. But that song's really explicit. That song has like a lot of weird lyrics in it. Not saying it, like, it would not have worked. Okay, the songs they picked, it was, what was it? It was Sicko Mode, then it was Stargazing, which in my first reaction to the concert, I totally forgot that song even had two parts to it. Stargazing is actually one of my personal favorite songs, but I completely forgot that like 2/3 into the song, it sounds like a completely different song. And I almost kind of wish that part was a separate song. I feel like Stargazing should be two separate songs complete. Like that's what it should be. Whatever. But they did Stargazing. They did the second part of Stargazing. Then it was Goosebumps, which is a great song from the Birds. I forgot the name of that album, but really good song. Really good song. Then it was, what was it after that? I believe it was, oh man. It didn't go back to Sicko Mode again. No, it did Highest in the Room. Then it went back to Sicko Mode. And then it went into their newest song called The Scots, which is from a new group called The Scots, which is a Travis Scott and Kid Cudi project that they're working on together, them two, because I'm pretty sure Kid Cudi's name has Scott in it. I'm totally dumb with this. I don't actually know his full name. But overall, I thought it was a very good event. Yes, they did bring out merch. I see that in my Discord. I am live here on my Discord channel. I am reading the chat every so often, and they did say, yes, there was merch. They dropped merch for this thing. I ended up buying the action figures because I don't know. I like the Funko Pop, so why wouldn't I like the action figures, I guess? And that was cool. But the issue is they don't ship until October, which really, October? That's a little long. As soon as I get it in October, I'm going to be like, wow, I'm going to forget that I bought that. Ooh, I mean, the shirts, I think, were like ships in like a month, which is decent, but October? I don't know. They dropped a shirt that dropped a Nerf gun with the Goosebumps wrap on it, which was really cool that they did that. I don't believe it was animated on the gun. I don't think it is, nor would I even really think that they would do that. But the whole collab was a success. Everyone loved it. We could tell, like, this was obviously a promotion for this whole Cactus Jack by Travis Scott thing. Like, it was so obviously like an advertisement nearing after the first event, but no one cared. I didn't care. It was so good. Who's really going to argue that, like, wow, Travis Scott's promoting his new single right after the first event happened? Who's going to care? I didn't care. I don't think anyone cared. And we have posted in the Discord, we had a did you enjoy the Travis Scott concert vote, 95-1, and the only one was from the bot. We have a bot, so it's like an up and a down, and 95 people voted up, and no one voted down except the bot. So, yeah, it was fantastic. I'm going to miss that event. I saw it 3 times. I kind of wish I saw it all 5 times because it was so mesmerizing. I genuinely enjoyed literally every minute of it. And my favorite part was the stargazing part. The second part with like the fire and everything and him turning into the Terminator was so sick. I genuinely enjoyed that. It was so good. I know a lot of people liked the other parts a lot more. Totally fine. Don't care. Everyone has their own opinions. It was so good. It was so good. And I'm actually going to take a caller right now. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm going to try to keep it random here. And I'm going to make sure I don't get too many callers at once here. But I think for my first caller, we're going to have Angel Freevass on the line. Angel, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay, how you doing? So what do you think about the Travis Scott stuff? What's your opinion on it?
I want to say they gave me the wrong file. Let's say that.
They did not give you the wrong file,
did.
Angel. They did not give you the wrong file. They did not give you the wrong file.
It's because my mind is like so used to like the bad words. So like I heard like the F word, like I heard it like right.
Yes.
I'm so used to it.
I agree. I felt the same way. It's like, oh yeah, he says that at that time. Yeah, I totally get it. Did you buy any of the Travis Scott stuff?
Yes, I bought like the skin.
I didn't even mention the skins, but yeah.
Emote.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like the pickaxe because it's just like
it's just
so
a banana
simple.
axe.
Yeah,
with
like
3 lights on the top. Yeah, and it's just made of diamonds. Yeah, I get that. That's really fine. But yeah, what do you think about the merch?
The merch, it's cool. It's overpriced a little bit, you know.
Of course, it's overpriced.
Well, yeah,
yeah. And also, I guess I'll finally say, if you had to give it out of 10, what would you rate this event?
A 10. It was awesome what they did. If they were working from home, they did like an awesome job.
Yeah, they did. They did launch this at home. They didn't complete it at home. They didn't like do the entire thing at home. But they actually got this concert out flawlessly the first time. And then the second time, there was a few bugs. So what they did was they made it so they gave people 4 hours of time instead of 2 by disabling creative and all that for 4 hours to prevent any further issues with that. But, yeah, thank you, Angel, for the...
I'm surprised servers didn't crash.
Yeah. I'm surprised servers did not crash at all. Absolutely nuts. Well, thank you, Angel, for the call. I'm going to mute you now. Thank you so much, Angel, for your call. I think the next one I'll take here, I think next caller here that we have live is the Mind Flyer. I don't know if he has a microphone, but the Mind Flyer, you are now on the air. Mind Flayer or Mind Flyer, do you have a microphone, sir? He does not. That is totally fine. That is totally fine. I guess I won't do another caller. It's fine. But one thing I wanted to mention here, I don't even have it up on my screen right now. I'm going to find it right now, is that this event actually broke records. I didn't even bring this up. The records that we actually got for this event was nuts. It was 12.3 million concurrent players on the first. The first time watching the event was 12.3. That's insane. And then that doesn't even count for how many viewers there were on YouTube and Twitch, which Slasher said it was like around 1 million for those two, which again, absolutely kind of nuts. I don't know what else to say about it. It was really cool. And it was 20 million after the second one. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I am genuinely, I'm shocked. So many people said that this game was dead. So many people said like, oh, we're uninstalling the game. And to be fair, I saw a lot of pro players quit the game. And I kind of wanted to mention that in the video as well, is there was a lot of pro players quitting the game for whatever reason. I totally get it because the game isn't as fun as it used to be. Totally fine. I understand. And I understand that competitive feels like they're not getting any attention on the game. Again, I totally understand that. That's absolutely fine. But I found it funny that they were coming back because they announced a new Fortnite competitive thing. It was a new FNCS, and they also announced the Acts of Champions, which I guess that's a good kind of thing we can get into right here is the Axe of Champions, the new rarest item in the game. And you can debate me all you want. I'm pretty confident that this is the rarest thing in the game, unless you take into account like the Unreal Engine banner, which I know Dave the Buck, who is an Epic employee, has that. I don't know if I can 100% safely say that this is the rarest thing in the game, not including banners, but rarest item without a doubt. The Axe of Champions, you got this if you won in the FNCS duos, which it looks nice. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I'm hearing people say that commander banners are more rare. I disagree. I don't think so. I think this is still more rare. There was only 28 people in the world, 28, that have this pickaxe. How many of them probably quit? I don't know. Probably no one. Because they're current winners. I don't know why they would quit the game after they won this. But I'm going to read the post here. It says, congratulations to the FNCS Season 2 champion, or Chapter 2 champions. Today we're announcing the Axe of Champions, the official in-game trophy. So it's not like what they did with Booga at, oh my God, I forgot the place. He won in the thing, and then he had it at, oh my God, I can't remember. It was World Cup, but I forgot where they put it at, and he just tweeted about it recently, how he missed that area. Lucky Landing, that was it. Yeah, see, I don't remember. The whole Chapter 2 has got me thinking about this new map. So many people want to go back to the old map. We'll get to that later. But with this Axe of Champions here, this is a lot cooler. In my opinion, this was a lot cooler. To have a pickaxe to symbolize that you were the champion of whatever, the FNCS, that's kind of insane. I'd rather that than have a trophy at like a drop spot for me. Like, I think this is cooler. But then again, I'm a cosmetic junkie, so obviously I'm going to like anything relating to cosmetics. But they do say here, today we are announcing the Axe of Champions, the official in-game trophy for the FNCS. This in-game item is exclusive to the current FNCS champions until the next champions are crowned. Players will now be able to showcase their accomplishment in-game during their reign as champion. You heard that right. You actually don't get to permanently keep this, which I don't know how I feel about, actually. If you won this in the duos, there's 28 people. The next championship, the next people that win, they get it, which is fine. But the first people lose it because they're not the current champions. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. That makes me really not give a crap that I can't get this pickaxe. Before it was like, oh man, I want to try to get it now because if I can get it, that'd be cool for my collection. I mean, who wouldn't want this in their locker or anything? But the fact that you lose it is, I get it. It's a championship. It's like wrestling. Here on the server, we've been watching a lot of WWE together, which is great. I've been loving watching that with everyone. And it's pretty simple. The champion, whoever loses the championship, they don't get to keep it. The next person that beat them gets it. So it makes sense in that regard. But I don't want us to really compare this to like WWE because it's a pickaxe in Fortnite. They're not technically losing this. It's just they're not the current champions. After these guys, it's another group of people because I think the next one they announced was solos. If I do believe it was solos. They said no champion's reign is forever. After each FNCS finals concludes, the Axe of Champions will change hands from the previous season's champions to the newest ones, regardless of the format. So if you want to keep this pickaxe forever, basically you have to adapt to duos, and then the next one it's solos, then maybe the next one's it's squads. Like, you have to constantly keep adapting if you want to keep this thing, which I don't see anyone doing. That doesn't, I don't see it. I think it'd be fine if you just if they kept it, honestly. I think it'd be cool if they just kept it. I get why they're doing it. I get why they're saying it. But I do think that they should just keep it. It makes sense for them to just have it. But you work so hard to get this thing. I don't know. But they do also say here, to celebrate all previous FNCS champions, we will be making a one-time exception. During the upcoming FNCS Invitational Tournament, all past and present champions will have the Axe of Champions available in their lockers for the duration of this special event. So they say it right here. they're making an exception to the previous winners and to the previous owners of this pickaxe. Whenever they're into these invitational tournaments, they will have it. They will always have it. But any other time, nope, they lose it, which is fine. But they have that engraved on their account that when they get into these invitationals for these tournaments, then they actually do get to keep the pickaxe, which is cool. That's cool. But man, what I would just like, I'd be like, just let them have it. That'd just be me. My opinion, that would just be me. But yeah, the pickaxe, it looks fine. It's not like super god tier looking. It's just a pickaxe. I think this is great. I think giving competitive something to work for, especially an in-game item, is really cool. But again, this is so hard to get. And the fact that you lose it after the next winners are crowned, oh my God, that just feels like a slap in the face a little bit. You work so hard to get this thing just to lose it the next time someone wins. My opinion, just let them have it. It's only for the first places too. It's only for the people in first place, not second, not third. No participation trophies. First place on the platforms and the regions. That's it. 28 people only have this thing. It is now the rarest pickaxe in the game. The rarest pickaxe in the game before was Raider's Revenge. This is now easily the rarest pickaxe in the game. And I think it's the rarest item in the game. Recon Expert, I guarantee you more than 28 people bought that thing. I don't see that many skins running around, but I know for a fact that a good amount of pro players have it. And I know like 3 people at the top of my head. No, 4. No, 5. Actually, I know like 5 people at the top of my head rather, that have Recon Expert. So I'm like, yeah, there's no way. This has got to be the rarest thing in the game, which it's so unobtainable that I don't think anyone's really going to care. The only time, I think the reason why the rare skins nowadays are so popular is that because they felt obtainable. They were item shop or they were season shop stuff. You were able to obtain it, and then most people didn't get it. And that's what sucks, is like, man, I wish I had that chance to go and get that. This is like, you need to be the number one. You have to be number one at it, which is ridiculous. Someone saying Lachlan has it. I don't believe that. I've never seen him wear it. I don't know how he would have it. I don't know if he would have it. Lachlan? I don't believe he has it. I'm not sure, though. Comment saying Axe of Champions is a joke. It should have been a Twitch drop. Nah. I don't think so. Just because not everyone can have it doesn't automatically make it bad. I think it's fine. I think it's generally fine that the comp players actually get something out of it. You would think that maybe it'd be a bit easier to obtain. And like I said, they lose it after the next champions. They lose it. That's a little ridiculous. I the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, they should have just kept it. There's not going to be many people that have this thing. It's not going to be less rare than Recon Expert anytime soon. So why just get rid of it? I don't know. Let's see what the next topic we have here. I want to talk about the old map. We've gotten a lot of conversations over on Twitter because of the Travis Scott event. We got to see the old map, which has sparked up a lot of conversation. A lot of people saying this is confirmation that we're getting the old map back. I don't believe this to be the case. There's been a lot of evidence to prove that the map is very visible. I can see it. I saw the map in the skin, in the Astrojack skin. I didn't even talk about that. Travis Scott got a skin in the game. I'm just going to quickly mention this. Travis Scott's skin in the game is fantastic. I love it. It's been one of my favorite skins to run. Astrojack, it's way, 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 way over crazy. You could see me from a mile away with that thing. But the back bling is fantastic. Totally worth the 2,000 V-Bucks. Diamond Jack pickaxe, kind of bad, but I kind of like the bling on it. The emote is hilarious. Both emotes, the Rage and the Headbanger ones, are hilarious to me. And then the one we had, the other thing was the Goosebumps strap, which is fine. It's a very good set. Probably one of the best sets we got in the game for anything relating to the Iconic series. And the bundles are deals. Yeah, they both have bundles. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But during the event, you could see the old map. Now, I'm just going to come out and say it. If they brought back the Season 3 map, or the Season 4, or even the Season 5 map, I would lose my mind because those were the perfect maps. In my personal opinion, they were my favorite maps. Season 3 had Simplicity. Season 4 had Hop Rocks, which I don't like, but I still liked it enough. And then Season 5, we had Rifts, which was excellent to have rifts around the map, because I'm not talking about the meta. I don't want the Season 5 meta back, because that was a pure spray and pray meta. I don't want that back. Trust me. I'm talking about the map. The map was so good. We had Lazy Links. Was amazing. I love that area. It was so great. There was so much going on with Season 5, and you had free rotations with the rifts over the map. It was great. I genuinely liked Season 5 and Season 3, Season 4's maps. I did. But, again, because I see it in the concert, because I see it in the Astrodax skin, that doesn't tell me it's confirmed that it's coming back. And Mark Rain had to put out a statement on Twitter. I knew this for a fact, but people were still saying, hey, he just changed his banner. He just changed his banner because of a clickbait YouTube video saying that Mark Rain just changed his banner to the Season 3 skins. He's had that for, I don't know how long he's had that. He's had that for like a year. Which I think we're giving not kids, but we're giving people false hope, right? We see the littlest of evidence and we're like, that's got to be it. That confirms it. Because Mark Rain has his Twitter account, his banner shows the Season 3 stuff, which again, he's had that forever. They're going back to Season 3. No, they're not. They're not going to do it. I don't think they would do it. One of the questions I also got as well is that, why can't they do it with what they're doing with what Apex Legends does, where they have 2 maps? Why can't Fortnite do 2 maps? I don't necessarily see why they can't do 2 maps. I know it's probably a space thing, like actual space on your hard drive kind of thing. But I don't know how that would work, especially with competitive, because is it like a coin toss on which map you get and then you wouldn't know your drop? I don't know how that would work. I would not mind okay. That's another thing I see a lot online. So many people are saying, we all wanted a new map. It's true. I think a majority of people wanted a new map because the Season 10 map was absolutely awful. You had rift zones on the most popular of places that ruined the majority of those places. Greasy Grove will never be the same for me ever again because of what they did with the taco time. The only good spot, the only good rift zone was Starry Suburbs, which I feel bad about because Starry Suburbs is no longer even in the game. It didn't even transfer over to the new map, which makes zero sense to me. I don't know why they didn't move Starry Suburbs to the new map. That would have been a perfect idea to move that one over. I didn't mind Gotham that much, even though I just wanted the normal tilted back. And I did not mind Pandora, even though I hate gimmicks. I hate gimmicks. The fact that you got Shield only in Pandora, you got a siphon for only in Pandora, made people only want to go to Pandora, which is not great. You shouldn't have people focused on going into one spot only, which is what they kind of did with this. I didn't mind Gotham at all. I thought Gotham was really cool, but I want Tilted back. I want the old Tilted Towers back. And the prop hunt with Sweaty Sands, not Sweaty Sands, you know what it is, the bottom right area, was so bad. You could not crouch. If you crouched, you turned into a prop. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. The fact that you crouched. Yeah, the Wild West Tilted Towers was also kind of garbage, in my opinion, because you couldn't build, which you're taking out an important part of the game. Dude, my building's terrible. I'm going to be the first to admit it. I hate building. I'm terrible at it. But if you're going to, taking building away from people in the main modes is so bad. You're defeating the purpose of your game when you take building out of the game like that. If you don't like building, play creative. That's what I do, because I don't like building. I don't. I make my maps around not building. The only maps I make around building is search and destroy, and that's with having 2 builds per life, and that's it. Not infinite mats or anything like that. Like my Mall Mayhem with like my Mall Mayhem map, yes. Which I'm very happy with how everyone's enjoying that map. I put out a trailer of it a while ago. You guys seem to really be enjoying that map. Thank you very much for enjoying it. It's a very fun map, search and destroy. If you have not played it already, I recommend giving it a try if you have friends. Or if not, just go into a random creative game and try to be the first one to copy and paste the code in. Least you could do. With we'll talk about season 10 though. I'm not even talking about the mechs. The mechs were terrible too. I'm just talking about the map changes. I thought none of them made sense besides Starry Suburbs and maybe one other one that I thought was decent. But they have made a complete mockery of what that map used to be. When the fact that they teased Dusty Depot at the World Cup, people lost their minds. We're going back. Well, we kind of went back, and then they kind of ruined everything with all the little areas that they kind of ruined. They did so much. They just did so much to the map. They nostalgia baited us and then just crushed our hopes and dreams with everything that they've done. I don't get it. I really don't understand why they did that. But that's why people wanted a new map, because they ruined the map. They put so much junk everywhere. They put so many different things in the map that everyone wanted a fresh start. Everyone wanted a fresh start, which I think is acceptable. I didn't want to be on this map anymore. I was tired of it. I was absolutely tired of it because it was just awful. So yes, I wanted a new map. Everyone wanted a new map. And guess what? I don't even have any issues with this map. I really don't. Someone said on Twitter though, the worst part about this map is that there's no memorable locations. And I kind of have to agree with that. A little bit. It doesn't feel as memorable as the original map did. But that's kind of to be expected when the game is 2 years in its lifespan, almost 3 years now. And we're still playing the game. We're still playing the same game, except it's very heavily modified and it's heavily different. It's kind of impossible to always have something memorable, especially when you're making a new map like this. So, I don't know. I don't mind this map. I don't even think we need to go back to the old map. I think the issue I'm seeing with this conversation is that so many people are saying it is happening, that it is going to happen. And that's just not true. It's not. Unless we have concrete evidence, we're not getting the old map back. And I don't think they should go back because they've obviously put a lot of work and time into the map we have now. And I feel like we're kind of a little bit selfish here when we want to go back to the old map, but we have this brand new, beautiful looking map right here. Yes, is it kind of boring? A little bit. Is there a lot of space? A little bit. Is there a lot of mountains? Yeah, a little bit. Is it not the greatest map we could have gotten? Probably. But we should be a little bit more, I feel like we should be a little bit more accepting of this map. I think we're taking it for granted. I can only imagine if I was the developer and I made a map for my game, a brand new, beautiful map that is genuinely actually a really nice map. I said this before, but the colors are beautiful. The sunrises, the sunsets, the grass, the textures, everything looks great on that map. It does. And for people to be like, yeah, we're going back to the old map, that would probably kill me inside a little bit, man. Probably. It's just, I would genuinely feel bad. The only issue we had with Chapter 2 Season 1 was no mobility. We got mobility now. We have choppers, which are great. They're so balanced. They are literally, the choppers are literally how I would have made the airplanes. You can't shoot like directly from it. You have limited health on it. If you run into anything, it gets really hurt and you have to shoot out of it. That is exactly how I would have made the helicopters in Season 7. So I'm so happy that the choppers are actually balanced. They're really balanced. They're fun to use. They're fun to play. There's 5. You can hold 5 people in there. You can team if you want in that thing. You can legit have a squad and then be like, hey, get on and have like a 5th guy with you. You legit can have 5 people in this thing, which begs the question. Why are they not in creative yet? Why are they not in creative yet? If you can have 5 people in this thing, what's the point in not having it in creative if it can have 5? And I can't say Team Rumble because it's not even in Team Rumble. I don't know why they're not in Team Rumble, to be honest with you. Maybe it's the same reason why. Well, no. I was going to say maybe it's the same reason why they don't have not the minions, but you know what I mean, like all the NPCs around. But you have 40 people in a Team Rumble, and the normal games you have 100. Maybe because you have so many people clustered up into one group that it lags the game too much. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a rocket scientist. I wouldn't know. But choppers being in creative would be a fantastic idea. Without a doubt. Would love that. I'm not close with the creative team, but they're a lot more open than the normal BR ones are, which is nice, but there's a reason for that. And that could be a random topic right there. A lot of people want the patch notes back. I don't think I want the patch notes back at this point due to people not understanding why they stopped them in the first place. Because people basically bullied the developers, which they do that anyway. They bully them anyway. And I've had the displeasure to hear a developer tell me, well, not me specifically, but tell people that he's gotten death threats over fucking, I swore. I didn't mean to swear. I apologize for that, but over patch notes. Over patch notes. I can't make this up. So he moved to the creative team because it's a lot less toxic in the creative team. So I understand why they don't want to do patch notes anymore. We don't deserve them. We don't. We took them for granted, and we don't deserve them. We'll find everything out on our own. Fine. We don't need patch notes. If that is how the community is, because it's run by mostly children, I don't blame them for not wanting to put the extra effort in for the people that are nice to them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot less people nice to them than people that are mean to them. Without a doubt. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry I swore there, but it hurts me to see developers be like, yeah, I moved to creative because I don't want to deal with the Battle Royale kids or the competitive team. Do you understand why the competitive Reddit is no longer in the Reddits for the normal BR one? The normal BR one has a bunch of Reddits that are linked together to say, hey, if you like this one, you'll like these. Competitive isn't even on there anymore because it's so toxic. I can't blame them for this. I can't blame them for the lack of patch notes. I can't blame them for anything anymore. No developer ever deserves that. I remember, this actually kind of reminds me, back in Black Ops 2, a long time ago, they nerfed the DSR sniper rifle. You guys might be a little bit young to not know what that is. You might not know what that is. But it was the best sniper in the game. You were able to hit collateral. Well, you can still hit collaterals with it. You were able to hit quad feeds with it back in Black Ops 2. With that recent nerf, it was impossible to hit a quad feed with it because of how slow they made it. Unless you hit a collateral, which is two kills with one shot, which I still want. For creative, I want there to be an option for collaterals. I would love it if in Mall Mayhem, I run out of my spawn, I shoot a sniper, and I get 3 kills with one shot. That would be sick. That would be so cool if we could do that. I'm just saying. Just saying. But the main guy, David Vonderhaar, got death threats over it. He had to get 2 bodyguards because he had to get them. Because he knew these kids were so bad. And they were so toxic. It's still toxic. The Call of Duty, every community has a toxic side to it. Fortnite, it's pretty apparent. It's pretty bad. that's why I'm genuinely shocked with how well this event went over. So many people liked it, and the people that didn't even like it were just because they didn't like the music. They thought the effects were great. It was so good, right? I genuinely am so happy for them that they actually got a break, and they put out something that everyone, the majority liked. Because they've been known to really not do that as of late. They've been known to not really look into the community, see what they actually want with it, and just kind of do their own thing, which is fine. But it's nice to see that they actually got this. So I have a comment here. The game needs to be transparent. Hiding the patch notes won't do anything. People will find out. They should be proud of what they do and stand by it instead of hiding. It shows they have low confidence. Maybe we shouldn't be mean to them at all. And we shouldn't be mean to them at all. It is bad, but I think they should be at least transparent. I agree. I think they should be at least transparent. But they don't want to. And again, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for them not wanting to say anything. They want to keep everything under the wraps. Because the community, I don't think, deserves it. At least the Twitter community doesn't deserve it. Because they are so negative all the time. The amount of times I see someone say Fortnite's dead on Twitter is hilarious. Because for someone to have notifications for a game just to tweet at them saying that their game is dead just shows me how little lives people have. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And they only do it to get a reaction. And I hate to sound mean here, but the community on Twitter is so stupid. They will fall for any bait. If someone says Fortnite's dead, everyone responds to them. They give them all the impressions and they give them all the attention. That's what they want. I'm giving them attention right now by saying that there's people out there that say that Fortnite's dead as soon as they tweet. I'm giving them attention right now. I'm not saying any names though, so I'm not actually giving them attention. But you know what I do when I see those people? I mute them or I block them. That's all you have to do. Don't feed into it and don't just say, oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not dead. It's not dead. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that. The Twitter community is so naive and they don't understand a bait when they see it. They don't. I'm not saying everyone, but the fact that I guarantee you, I'll find a tweet right now. I'll find a tweet right now on maybe not on TweetDeck, because TweetDeck doesn't show me everything. It doesn't. I'll go to Twitter right now. If I go to Fortnite Game on Twitter, which you should follow them, by the way, because they're great. Under the Dark Bomber tweet, I'm gonna look through it a little bit, but I do feel like I haven't seen many of these comments because either they kind of get buried in with the other comments. But yeah, all right, I found one saying dead game. I already found one. 30 comments. 30 comments and 6 likes. There's 30 people that fell for his bait. You don't do that. Just don't do it. Just don't fall for it. Literally just don't fall for it. They do it to get attention because they know the majority of the community are children, and they'll see that and then they'll get triggered by it. So there's no reason to give attention to any of these people, dude. It's so easy for me to make an account and do the same thing. You're just giving him free impressions at that point. So I don't even know why I went on that tangent, but it's basically the reason why I don't think we need patch notes, and I don't think why we deserve them. I would like it if we still got patch notes, because another game that isn't really liked a whole lot is Overwatch because of a lot of political reasons. They still do patch notes. Overwatch and Valorant have some of the cleanest looking patch notes ever. And the fact that Fortnite doesn't do it, it sucks. But I understand the reason why. I understand the reason why. Now, I think what I'm going to do now, let me see what other topics I have here. There was some Ninja Tfue drama that I really don't care too much about, but because they're both related to Fortnite, I honestly don't even care at this point. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even going to bother even, I'm I already addressed it, but there's really nothing to really talk about. It was just mindless drama, in my opinion. Mindless to me at least. One thing I'm going to do on the podcast as well is I'm going to go through the last item shops, because I am an item shop YouTuber, basically. And I kind of want to go over the last 7 item shops that we had starting from last Sunday, which was the 19th of April, even though on this website it goes a day ahead. And I kind of just want to kind of quickly go over them. This week we had the X-Force stuff, which was good. We had this for a while. Also got some cool things coming back. We also got the new dynamic shuffle emote, which is actually probably one of my favorite emotes recently. It's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. They brought back Listen Paradox, as they do every 30 days. Bonehead was in the shop for 2 days. Shocked by this. Because Bonehead is not worth the 15. Unless, it's not worth the $15 or the 1,500 V-Bucks. Unless they have a hood down edit style for him, because you can't even see him. It kind of looks bad. For $15, I didn't think it was worth it. Coffee's good. Well, we had a lot of Deadpool stuff. Deadpool stuff stayed in for, I believe, 7 days. They were in the shop for a long time. You have no excuse if you did not buy what you wanted, because it's been there. But now it's actually gone. At the time I'm recording this. They brought the Oppressor skin back. Again. The problem with these shops is that they bring back the same stuff over and over again. And that's going to be a commentary soon. The item shops have been really very bad. Now, I don't want to fault them, because we got the fantastic X-Force stuff, Deadpool stuff, and as well as the Travis Scott stuff. Those should be your main priority with these shops. It shouldn't be the random stuff. I mean, Rue was great. I thought the Rue skin was fantastic. It was only out for a day. Explain that one to me. I have no idea. And they make these shops ahead of time, too. They make these shops ahead of time. It's not like, oh, Rue sold terribly, we're going to take it out right now. No. I generally think they look at a skin and they're like, yeah, put it in the shop for a day, because I don't think it's going to sell higher than our quota. If we have it in the shop for a day, which is really sad. I don't want to believe that's true, because I don't think it is. But I don't know what else to think with this. I don't. Like, what is their thought process with new skins? They should always be out for at least 48 hours. They should. Oh, yeah, they brought back Peely Pick after 4 days. On April 18th, they brought it out. And then on April 22nd, they brought it out again. 4 days in between. Now, this is when the Travis Scott stuff dropped, which made people really like the shop. And that's what's good. But Peely Pick after 4 days is unbelievable that they even do this. And I should mention this. I feel like I'm going to mention this a lot. A lot of people are like, it's the item shop. Who cares? Why do you care so much? You get the videos do well anyway, regardless of how good the shop is. I don't really care about that. I care about Fortnite trying to maximize their profits in a smart way. And having the same stuff in the shop every 30 days does not make profit. People have made up their mind already. If they see something in the shop and it comes back every 30 days, I'm not going to want to buy Raven. If I saw it the first time, I wasn't interested in it. And after seeing it the 10th time in the item shop for the 10th month in a row, after 30 days each time, I'm still not going to want to get it. Okay? I'm still not going to want to get it after seeing it 10 times in the item shop. No one's going to want to see that. Their sales are down probably because of that. Because the same stuff is in the shop all the time, and that's a problem. I get that it's impossible to make good shops every day. I don't expect them to make good shops every day. I don't know any person that could make a good item shop every single day. I don't know anyone that could do that. I don't think I could do that. I wanted to make a video, which I probably will make. I want to make a video basically going over how I would make an item shop for a week. And guess what? There'd be like 2 or 3 bad shops in that week. It's impossible to have a good shop every day or every week or every month. It's impossible. But I can't keep giving them a pass on this when it's every 30 days. It is the same stuff every day. I feel like we're guaranteed to see majority stuff being 30 days or less from last release, which is not good. I don't want them to keep doing that. They have to do it every so often. That's fine. But there's so many gliders. Like, for example here, right? For example, I made a top 10 skins, gliders, wraps list January 1st, 2020. I did that on purpose on that day because I wanted to see how crazy the list got after that, because I kept updating it. I stopped after the one wrap came back, or no, I think it was like the 2 Easter wraps. I never updated the wraps part. But the top 10 rare skins never changed. Yeah. The top 10 rarest gliders never changed. The top 30 rarest gliders probably did not change, because they just don't mix up their shops. The emotes got changed a lot. Emotes got changed a lot, debatably. They did. Right? They did. Wraps got changed a lot because of holidays. I don't think any non-holiday wrap came back that was rare. Right? And then what else was there? Gliders, skins, wraps, emotes, and I think there was some... Oh, no, I didn't mention music packs. There was something else I didn't mention there. They did not bring back Golden Clouds for... They didn't bring that back for Chinese New Year, which is interesting. It's very interesting they didn't bring that back, because I think they've brought back like everything from these recent holidays, but they didn't bring back Golden Clouds. I don't think they ever want to release Golden Clouds again. That and Royal Dragon, they didn't bring back Royal Dragon. I don't think they're ever going to bring back Golden Clouds. It was way overpriced. I think they got a lot of flack. And what Fortnite tends to do is anything that's slightly controversial, they won't bring back. They won't bring it back. Tidy had a lawsuit, won't bring it back. Even though they won it, they won't bring it back. Fresh, they won that court. They won that court case. They still don't want to bring it back because it caused too much drama. Same with Reflex set. I've wanted the Reflex set to come back. I own the entire set, but I love that set so much. I want more people to own it. I genuinely do. It's been over a year since its first and last release in the item shop. March 2nd and March 3rd it was in the shop. Still hasn't come back. It's such a good set. I want that set to come back. When I make that video on what I would do for an item shop for an entire week, without a doubt, Reflex set will be in the featured. Without a doubt. That's another thing they don't do with their shops. They don't keep sets together. I mentioned this on my second channel, but they don't do it. Moisty Merman has come back so many times, like 6 times, without his pickaxe. And it's really annoying because I really want that pickaxe. And the fact they won't bring that pickaxe back really annoys me. And it makes me think the reason why they won't do it is because they forgot about it. They have so many cosmetics in the game that it really makes me think they probably forgot about it, which is fine. But I'm kind of reminding them, I'm like, hey guys, you know, you do have, like, I don't want to go on their Twitter and be like, hey, when's this coming out? Hey, when's this coming back? Why aren't you pairing this with that? I don't want to go back to when it was like the Power Core days where I would say, where's Power Core? Bring back Power Core. Because that was so annoying. That was so annoying of me to do. And I regret it a lot. But at the same time, it's kind of what kickstarted everything. So I got to be grateful for that. But being annoying should never give you a reward. It should be, being annoying should not give you that much attention. It really shouldn't, but it was just annoying. But I think they really need to like remember sets that are together. They shouldn't put Birdie and Driver separately, even though they're in the same set. Like, why would you put them separately? I get you're trying to fill out the shop, but you could fill out the shop with like gliders that haven't been back in a while or skins that haven't been back in a while. And another thing I'll mention here, I know I'm really going off on random tangents here. That's kind of what happens with these item shops, or when I see these item shops, is that, wow, I actually almost completely forgot what I was going to say there. I think it was going to say something along the lines of like, oh, the top 10 rare skins that we have right now, right? I don't think anyone cares. They only care about Recon Expert because it's the only original skin left that's rare. And Recon Expert, I already said that. I meant to say Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault Trooper, and that was it. I don't think anyone gives a crap about Midnight Ops being the second rarest item shop skin in the game. I don't think anyone cares. He's not great looking. Special Forces, who cares about that skin? Unless it's a female skin, no one cares. And I hate to say it, but I feel like that's true. Unless it's a female skin, most people don't care. Recon expert, people care. Midnight Ops, people don't care. I don't want to say it's just because of gender. Midnight Ops has a weird haircut no one really likes. I get that. But for the most part, this is also what I was saying on my Discord FAQ, is that people only care about the original skins. They don't care about new skins becoming rare. If they didn't bring back Reflex after 1,000 days, I don't think anyone would really care. I don't think many people would care because it's not an original skin. If they kept all the original skins rare, people would be wanting those. So I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting how we kind of think this way with like different things, but I feel like with Fortnite's item shops trying to hold back on rare stuff, I don't think anyone's really going to care. They bring back Midnight Ops, people are going to be like, wait, that was rare? Because no one cares. I don't think anyone cares. To be honest, I feel like no one really cares. That's just my opinion, though. Continuing with the item shops, we had a rave shop, get night light and light show. They've been back all the time, but it made sense for that occasion. They also brought back Chaos Agent. They brought back the I'm a Cat music pack after 6 days of it being in the shop, from April 17th to April 24th. They brought that back after 6 days. Unbelievable. Again, I get that you're supposed to mainly care about the Travis Scott stuff, and I would reiterate this, only really care about the Travis Scott stuff that's in the item shop, because once that's gone, I don't know when that's coming back, and that stuff is actually worth your money and not Electro Shuffle for the 50th time. Okay. April 25th, we had the Spider Knight and the Arachne set come back. Not a bad set. I do see it every 30 days, though. It feels like it's every 30 days. Not very interesting at all. That's another thing, too. When they bring back the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over again, people lose interest. I don't want to see the same sets every 30 days. No one. I read my comments in the item shop videos. No one wants to see these things come back all the time. And for good reason. Who would want to see these same things come back and not like new and interesting stuff? I guarantee you, like, there's a randomizer on this website. I'm going to click on an outfit that is an item shop skin. Pastel, no, we just had that. Dark Bomber, we literally have that. Birdie, no. Jungle Scout comes back. Striped Soldier, like, I don't know. This randomizer I feel like isn't that great. But there's a lot of skins on here that I guarantee you would be a lot more interesting if you put them in the item shop than the same 30-day-old stuff. That's all people are saying. We're tired of seeing the same old 30-day stuff because it starts a loop. There's actually a loop. You have the first day of the month, right, that has stuff. And then the next month on that first day, you're most likely going to have that same stuff again. Or a few days before or after that. That's how they do it. It's the same loop of stuff. I'm making a little circle with my fingers here. It's the same loop of stuff. And that's all it ever is. There's a whole bunch of other stuff over here. Oh, a Viscery Mark 1 glider over here, a Royal Dragon glider over here, a magnifying axe over here. They're in their own space that are completely away from everything. They're completely away from the rotation. There is no rotation. It's literally a circle of the same stuff. They'll put the new stuff in every like few days, which is great. I love the new stuff. They've been killing it with the new stuff. But every day it's the same stuff. And maybe if something gets so drawn out, they'll take it out and then replace it with something else that's going to be every 30 days. And that's all it's going to be. I don't like that. I really wish we would get the community choice back every week and without using new skins. I hated when they did new skins with those votes. It was awful. And guess what? There's 2 skins in those votes that have not come out. Turns is not out. Wake Rider's not out. They completely forgot about those sets. All because of the community choice. And you had the community go ablaze when Riley won that one, which I'm still annoyed with that to this day. I'm still annoyed with that skin. Not because it looks ugly, but no, because it doesn't appeal to me. And the fact that it won and Turns could not get into the game because of that is frustrating. They stopped doing it probably because of all the hate they got for the Riley win. Now, should we have reacted the way we did on Twitter? No. Should we have attacked people? No. I didn't do that, but I've seen people do it. The whole thing with the event as well is that so many people on Twitter wanted to be like, hey, what are you guys voting for? As soon as they say something that they didn't want to win, they'd be like, really? You're going to vote for that one? Are you sure about that? What about the other one, huh? And it would cause constant fights. New skins should never have been on the community choice. The first ever community choice, the first two, I believe, did not have new skins in it. They should have kept it that way. No new skins. No new skins in the community choice. I would have it, so the community choice is every Saturday. Have it for maybe a day or two voting, and then put that in the shop. Every week, do random skins, random gliders. I don't care. Random something. You got to give the item shop a little bit more of an interesting, for a reason for people to actually care. Right now, people care because we have Travis Scott stuff, which is great. The stuff is cool. Definitely cop that over anything else that we've been getting because they haven't been that great, except Rue was great, but that's already gone after a day. The item shop needs more attention. To me, I think it needs more attention. And I know a lot of people on Twitter, again, it's just an item shop, bro. Who cares? I'd rather care about the game being good. I'd rather care about the game being fun. I totally get that. 100%, I get that. But the item shop is what makes them the money. It's the item shop that makes them the revenue. And Save the World, but I'm sorry to sound mean to Save the World players, but who's really buying this now? Who's really buying that game right now? I don't know many people. I feel bad. I would love for Save the World to get more attention too, but Save the World is not making them money. It really comes down to Battle Royale. Now, I heard that Save the World is doing an item shop where it's kind of similar to how Battle Royale does it, where they have an item shop that Battle Royale stuff can be used in Save the World. But I think Save the World is trying to do an item shop of their own where the Save the World items in this Save the World item shop can be used in Battle Royale. Now, that would be interesting. That would be cool if they did that. That would actually get the money. That would actually get the money. People would lose their minds over that. Imagine like a, my God, imagine a Beetlejuice in the item shop. You pay for it. You use it in Battle Royale. Oh, how'd you get that? Oh, I had to pay for Save the World and also get the skin, but with V-Bucks in the Save the World exclusive item shop. That would make a killing. That would make a killing. Without a doubt. That would make a killing. I know they said it's on hold right now. It is on hold. The Save the World item shop is on hold. It is. But they could totally do it. I think they're going to. But if they do that, that'd be really cool. That would genuinely be really cool if they did that. That would be a great addition to the item shop. Having a Save the World item shop, I would review it. I would put it in my item shop video. You get 2 item shops for the day. That would be so cool. I don't know if the item shop would reset every day. I think they'll do what they did with the item shops before. And if you didn't know, I did my research on this. The item shops in the beginning were 10 days old. They didn't reset for 10 days, which is kind of nuts. And then it would reset every week-ish. I believe it would either reset every 3 days or every 7 days. It was very weird because the reason why is because they didn't have a lot of stuff. Now they have more stuff that they can even handle, but they choose not to utilize all the old gliders and wraps and emotes. I mean, the emotes, yeah, but like the skins and stuff, like I don't know. I just feel like they don't care that much about their item shop rotations. I don't think they care. Dude, Dark Bomber again? Dark Bomber was in the shop 32 days ago. 17 times it's been the item shop. I know it's a popular skin, but come on, man. You gotta change. You gotta change the shops around. You can't have the same 30-day-old stuff. Like no one's gonna care. No one is going to care. And everyone already thinks that they don't care because it's like, oh, it's just the item shop. It's not the game. I don't know. But I think that's it for my topics. I don't think I have anything else. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to let you know on YouTube, if you would like to, leave me a comment of a question you would like for me to answer in the comments of this video. and I will answer them in the next episode of the podcast. But on Discord, I'm looking at my my VC chat where I have a bunch of live people here listening in. They are able to send me a question if they would so like, but I would like to know if anyone has any questions. And yeah, I think next time I do a podcast with the callers, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out who actually has mics, because I don't want to just take callers and then them not have a mic. But I'm not asking for that right now. Right now, I'm just saying if anyone has any questions for me right now. But what I'm going to do, as they can type it out, but what I'll do is I'll quickly just promote the Discord. I do have a Discord server. I'd highly recommend you guys chill in there, because we do movie nights kind of often in the server. We watch different stuff. Like last night, we were watching Markiplier's Five Nights at Freddy's playthrough, because I was going to watch it anyway, just because I wanted to relive the old nostalgia. But yeah, I think a caller roll would be actually really good. But no, it's a fun time in the server, so I would highly recommend you check it out if you would like to. But I'll see if there's any questions here. Hey, what do you think of Fish Stick? I think Fish Stick's a fine skin. It's funny to me how little that skin actually shows up in the item shop, to be fair. That skin rarely ever sees the light of day in the item shop, even though it's so popular in the comp community. They usually kind of stick with skins that are only popular with the competitive players. But Fish Stick, not so much. I think it's a good skin, though, without a doubt. I do like the Reflex skin a lot. As I said earlier in the podcast, I think if I had the option to do my own item shop for a week, Reflex, that would be in the featured, without a doubt, first day, probably. Do I believe that skins like Swamp Knight should be free since you have to play dungeons in order to get him? I don't think they would actually make that into a free skin. Going back to like the Save the World item shop, there's skins you actually earn. Well, there's heroes you actually earn in Save the World, and then you can like use them. They're completely free. I don't think earnable skins are going to be sold or are going to be given to you for free to use in Battle Royale. I don't think they would do that. But I want to mention this really quickly as well. Someone had actually mentioned this on Twitter. Again, I'm on Twitter kind of a lot. The Battle Breakers stuff is still in the files. Like the Razor skin and the Koromora Hura, I forgot how you pronounce his name. And the music pack. That's all in the leaks. What if they're actually in the item shop for Save the World that you can use in Battle Royale? I think that would be a good idea. So you could use it in Battle Royale, but you just have to buy it in the Save the World item shop. I think that'd be cool. Thoughts on the Omega and Carbide lights? I'm just surprised that we even have this conversation still. It seems like every day on Twitter, there's always a new conversation. Like today, right now, people are showing their birthday item shops. That was kind of a trend a little bit ago, but yeah, they're doing it again. It's kind of funny to see. But every day, there's always something new to talk about, or there's always some new drama, or there's always some new interesting things to talk about. The Carbide and Omega lights have still been talked about. They're still talked about. I don't think they're coming back. My mind changes a lot on this topic, but I feel like they're never coming back because Fortnite realized that people can't grind up levels to get edit styles on skins, like Battle Pass skins. Like, they realize they can't do that. So my line of thinking with this is that they're just not going to bring those lights back because you had to earn them back in Season 4. In the coding, it was you had to earn them in Season 4. Everything else after that, Ragnarok, I almost said Zenyatta, the Vendetta, like those skins like that, you can level those up no matter what season you're on. But with Season 4 stuff, they made it so it was only for Season 4 because they didn't think, hey, maybe people would actually just earn it back in the next seasons. Because you had to get level 80 to get Max Carbide. It wasn't XP, I don't believe. I believe it was levels. You had to get the Omega lights. So I don't see them bringing it back. I really don't. Let's see what else we have here. Also, guys, try not to spam the same questions because I see someone spammed the reflex question like 6 times. So let's just careful with that. What do I think about the juggling emote? It hasn't been in the shop for at least 150 days, and I really want it. It's all right. It's not a bad emote. It's kind of obnoxious to me, at least. I think the Rue skin was so good, and I'm not entirely sure as to why Rue was only in the shop for a day. They really had no faith in that skin, which is kind of a shame. 4th of July shops or whatever. I mean, the seasonal shops, the Halloween, Christmas, all those shops are always good. You know they're always good. They put everything in there. The Easter shops were great. They were so good. Everyone loved those. So, yeah, I think they're good. I don't really want anything for next season besides maybe more openness with everything, more communication, maybe something different with the map a little bit. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty happy with how the map is right now, honestly. A lot of people wanted the old map back. Do you think it would be possible to have both maps playable? Not sure. Not sure if they'd be able to do it because it might be too much for them. Do I think Fortnite will ever leave beta? I don't believe it ever will. It's not that it's not done. The reason why they have the game in beta is so it allows them to push out updates to everything, not just PC right away. If you guys didn't know, a full-fledged game needs time to get the updates out on console, like actual like game updates and not patches for an quote-unquote unfinished game. That's why they have it in beta. It's not that it's not done. It's just that it gives them the ability to be able to just push out the updates to everyone right away. What do I think they'll do for next season? I have zero idea. What do I think about the skiing skins? They're some of my favorite skins of the game. Alpine Aces and Mogul Masters. I don't care if the Mogul Masters turn sweaty. I don't care. I think those skins are fantastic. I love those skins. The reason why I love them so much, I think, is because back in Season 2, you couldn't take your back blings off. And for $15 for each, it's so much money. They're kind of seen as just as a flex skin at the moment. It's like, would you rather pay $15 for a skin with one edit style, with the same back bling, with an edit style, or would you rather buy a soccer skin for less money and with a ton more edit styles? It's like, without a doubt, you would probably go with the soccer skin. I mean, without knowing what the soccer skin represents, being sweaty, I guess, you still would probably go for that over the Mogul Master or the Alpine Ace. It's just more of a flex, like, hey, I have an Alpine Ace. I spent $15 on a skin that has, like, no redeeming qualities to it, essentially. But I still think those outfits are really clean. Tarot and Wildcard, very, very random skins. Tarot, I think, is fine, and Wildcard was said to be a free reward by a familiar face that I won't say, but, it was believed that was going to be a free skin. Never turned out to be free. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. Why did they remove the option to write a message for gifts? If you did not know, they did that. They removed the messages when you send a gift to someone. Probably toxic messaging. Probably anything to give anyone free access to doing anything like that. I feel like that's probably why they did that. I don't blame them again. I don't blame them for doing that at all. Let's see. What do I think about the leaked Hitman skin? Do I think it's a forgotten skin? No. Another thing I saw on Twitter, I mentioned this. I said it was kind of weird. The Rue skin was leaked when with the last update, which put in all the Travis Scott stuff. And then it came in the item shop like within 5 days of that leak. But there's still skins and leaks that have not come back in so long. Like, if I go to this website here that I use, Airhead has not been out. Hitman, the Synth skin, Brilliant Bomber still hasn't been shown its face. Shadow Archetype, I guarantee they're going to do something with Shadow Archetype. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but they're going to do something with that. The Slurp skin, Slurpentine and Professor Slurpo, still have not been in the item shop at all. Where they are, I don't know. It's very interesting with why they haven't been releasing some of this stuff yet. Yeah, you guys don't have to repeat the same questions. I'm scrolling. What do I think about them adding skin concepts in the game? I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic for them to do that. The skin concepts have been fantastic. The only small thing, I wish they would make it so they put the name of the person that made the skins in the description of the skin. It's such a small thing. They do that with loading screens. Why can't they do that with actually community made skins? I don't see the issue with that. I really don't see the issue. What glider do I hope will return soon? I really want Royal Dragon, because then I'll have every legendary glider after Royal Dragon comes out. I also want the Fighter Kite. Fighter Kite was cool. Never got it because I didn't want to blow the money on it because it was just a glider. Because I didn't buy gliders. I hated gliders. Because when you have umbrellas, you have no reason to really buy a glider, because the umbrellas are pretty much the best way to run a glider is with an umbrella, because they're quiet, they're small, you can see everything around you. I don't know. What's my opinion on all the Valorant killing Fortnite thing? It's just unthought opinions. People want Fortnite to die so bad because it's been alive for so long. So people try to make up any excuse to say that the game's dead. But at the same time, the Fortnite community is no better. They say that Apex Legends is dead, and they say all these other games are dead. We're just as bad as them, honestly. No one wins. It's a never-ending battle. No one's ever just going to think like, hey, maybe we should just enjoy games and not worry about what other games are doing, right? I don't get it. I don't know why we have like that mindset in our head where it's like, yes, that game is dead. Yes. Oh no, now Fortnite's dead. Oh, what? Like, some of my favorite games are dead games. Gotham City Imposters on PC is one of my favorite games of all time, even though no one really plays it. I think the max amount of players they had one month was like 90 people. It's a dead game. And that's the other thing. People really do not understand the what dead for a video game means. But again, it doesn't even matter. I'm not going to stop playing a game because someone says it's dead. That's ridiculous. Who has such a small mindset that when a game is dead, they won't play it anymore? That's so stupid. They said Overwatch was dead. Unbelievable. And that's like one of my favorite games too. Oh, man. Should the Beef Boss skin be a rare instead of an epic? No. I don't think any skin should really lower its rarity. Obviously, by now, skins have gotten so good and so cool to the point that it's really kind of pointless. It's not pointless, but it's gotten to the point where some skins look so good they would have been like legendary today if they were out in season 3 and season 4. Nowadays, it's rare to see in a legendary skin. And when you see a legendary skin like Astrojack, you're like, yeah, that skin, without a doubt, is a legendary. So I don't think they should lower the rarities on all the older skins, but just realize that's why they're that price, is because they kind of had them that way. Do I have a dream collab? The WWE would be sick for a collab. Pokemon would be a really cool collab. Imagine a back bling for a Pokemon. That would be sick. Just saying. Or have it run next to you. Oh, that would be so cool. That'd actually be so cool. Do I think Pokey and Fishing could come back anytime soon? Probably not. A lot of those emotes I don't think are going to come back very often, because I think they finalize a contract on how often something can come back into the item shop, I believe. That's a little bit of a touchy subject for me. Little bit for me. Why didn't they bring back the old Marvel stuff with the Deadpool item shop? Not sure. Not sure why they didn't do that. It would have made sense to do that. Would have made sense. Will I ever do another Battle Pass video when you customize a Battle Pass? Wow, that is an old video. Maybe. That was an old video. I completely forgot about that video. Huh. Might be a cool idea. What do I think of Battle Lab? At the moment, it's pointless. They need more to it to actually give it more of just like any sort of relevance to make the game mode any fun. Because right now there's like really nothing to do in it. Ultimate Knight is better than Black Knight. That's your opinion. I definitely don't agree with that. I just don't. I don't like Black Knight that much at all because I think it's overrated as hell. But Ultimate Knight, I don't think so. I want merging to come back. How about you? I don't really... The whole merging thing was weird because it wasn't meant for you to merge two accounts. It was meant for you to merge an account that became inactive because you played on a device that wasn't PS4 on a PS4 account, and then you got locked out of the account because PS4 back then was really, really bad with that. They locked you out of your account, I believe, if you played on any other device with that PlayStation account, which was really bad. I hate that they did that. But that's why they had the merging thing. It was like, well, if you had to make a second account, which most people had to, you can merge your account that way. But a lot of people wanted to merge like their alts together, which I understand that. I get why they won't bring it back for a little bit because of the scams. People can lose their accounts doing that. I could see why people would be, why Fortnite would be pretty skeptical to actually bring that back. I don't know how it would feel to bring that back. I wouldn't care, but how would that affect the community? I don't necessarily know. They already had a chance to do it. I don't know why they would do it again. Because, like I said, the merging was only for people that couldn't play on their PS4 account again because they got locked out. By this time, there's no way you could have had your account locked and want to merge that account unless you just came back to the game after the merging thing happened, which I don't think many people did. With the sets not being together, the Burning Axe for the Malice set is never out anymore. Yet they brought back Clean Strike for the Falcon Clan. Quick Strike, that's what it was called, Quick Strike. After it was forgotten for a long time, I don't know how to feel about this since many people want that pickaxe. Fortnite's just got to keep their sets together. They just have to keep their sets together. That's just my opinion there. Why don't they make iconic and scenario parts of the Icon series? They should. I want to tweet about it, but people are going to be like, that's so pointless. Like, it's such a small thing. But, I mean, I think they should be part of the Icon series. I'm just saying they should. It would make so much sense to do that, but it's like, wow, this is really what you think about instead of things that can make the game better. I get judged for so many things, I swear. Favorite reskin? Probably Stealth Reflex. Probably. Who won the Emote Royale contest? The Leaping emote, I believe. They never announced it, though. I don't care for the Shadow Puppet Glider. I need it for my collection, but it's kind of bad. Thoughts on Slurp Legends getting an update with when full shields their heads are now drastically smaller? I didn't know about that. Excuse me, I did not know about that. Not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, Flytrap needs a lot of attention. It really does. Flytrap is one of the most underdeveloped skins in the game. No back bling, no edit styles. Not saying every skin needs an edit style, but I think he could use an edit style. I'd like to see Flytrap in like a suit. That'd be kind of cool. Do they think they should reorganize the lockers? Yes. I hate how bad the organization is. I hate how bad it is. Like, the Ninja Pom-Pom emote is on the top of the emotes, even though they should not be up there. They should be with the other icon emotes, but they're not. It's really dumb. I will never bring back investigating Fortnite clickbait. No, I will never bring that back. I know a lot of people want that back. It made me negative, and people know clickbait's bad. I don't need to reiterate it to people. Do I think Quibi was the best collab? No, is the word. It was by far terrible. It was so bad. The Quibi collab, I never made a video about it, but it was just a big advertisement. It was so bad. I kind of cringed looking at it, not going to lie. Star Wars shop on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Yeah, probably. They did Stranger Things Day. They brought back the Stranger Things stuff, which that was an amazing item shop. I'm so happy they brought that stuff back. It wasn't like forever ago, but it was good. It was good stuff, honestly. Am I going to bring back the Rate Your Locker? Yes, I will bring that back sometime soon. At least I would think sometime soon. Am I going to make a video where the Loser Fruit and Gref G Icon Series items are? Yeah, when we figure that out, yeah, for sure. Unpopular opinions will be happening tomorrow on Monday because I put out my tweet about it, so yeah. Next collab, don't know. Well, actually, that's a lie. I'll mention this here. This will probably be the last thing right here I'll mention here before I end off the podcast, is that Donald Mustard actually quote tweeted a Russo Brothers tweet, where Russo Brothers, who are the people that made Avengers, they're very tight with Fortnite, as you, I'm sure, would know. They said, who you got in a fight, Tyler Rake or John Wick? And Tyler Rake is Chris Hemsworth, who is Thor from Avengers, and he plays a character in a movie called Extraction. And Donald Mustard quote tweeted it saying, hey, Joe, maybe we should put Rake in Fortnite and find out. That's probably going to be the next collab, is Tyler Rake in Fortnite, and he just looks like a generic Sledgehammer looking guy without the beard and without the hat. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And any collabs where we get skins out of it, I'm so on board for. Maybe that's why I didn't like the Quibi advertisements, because we didn't get a skin for that. Probably. Is Travis Scott officially at Gamer? Man, I don't know. I don't know how much he actually games. The only celebrity I know that games is Soulja Boy, because I remember a long time ago on YouTube, he put out a video. I want to try to find it. He put out a video where he actually just showed off all of his games and stuff like that. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I think it's not, I'm not even talking about the Soulja game. I'm talking more on just like him throwing his Xbox games on the ground. I think he said he wanted to sue Fortnite because Fortnite didn't put his dance in the game, which, okay, I don't understand him sometimes. But that'll be it for the podcast today on episode 25. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, the way I'll get more callers is I'm just gonna have people have probably a caller role, even though we already have so many roles in the Discord. But I do apologize if I did not get to people. I only got one caller, honestly, and that was just someone I knew that had a microphone. Yeah, I don't know. But that'll be it for the video today, guys, the podcast as well. I will try to get this somehow on Spotify, even though I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to try my hardest to try to get it on Spotify. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the topics. Again, if you have any questions for me, I will ask you to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will answer a few of them in the next podcast. Leave a like if you liked the video. If this does well enough on the channel, I will continue to do a podcast. I will try to do one every Sunday. I think that'd be a good idea, because Sundays are kind of boring anyway. So that'll be it for the podcast today, guys. My name was ITalkFortnite. If you would like to use me for supported creator, my code is ITalkFortnite. Greatly appreciate everyone that does use that code. It does help me out a ton. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for everyone listening. Hopefully you all have yourselves a fantastic day. I will try to see you next Sunday. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.